Welcome to Manifest This, Believer versus Skeptic. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the manifestation prescription for more money. Well, Jen, you're going to give us a prescription today. I think the diagnosis is pretty clear. We want more money, and not just in bursts, but in a consistent, joyful, and ever-expanding flow. However, there's the skeptic. Somewhere in the mix, doubt creeps in. We've got lots of old stories. We've got guilt, fear, scarcity dressed up as practicality. I know that I am probably right in there in terms of being extraordinarily practical.
Uh-huh.
So let's treat this at the root of what it is.
Great. So, my mission today is to give everybody what I'm calling now manifestation prescriptions for the things that ail them. Just like you'd go to the doctor and you get a prescription handed to you and it says, take 2 pills and call me in the morning. I want everybody listening to take this as as a prescription, because if you follow these things, I promise you, with a little practice and a little time, things will get better. So, this is go
Hang
ahead.
on.
Yeah,
So, do you think that maybe I might be the side effect for not following the prescription?
totally. I think you will. But
Okay, Jen, go ahead. Let's
yeah,
hear it.
you can. But you can do this, Sharon, right? Like anybody can do this. If you want more money, why not give this a shot, right?
All righty.
Okay, so this is a 5-step process that I've custom designed for all of you to be able to bring more joy, more abundance, more money, more love, more everything, health, wealth, relationship, well being, all of that into your life. But we're going to start with money because it's the hottest of topics. So, step number one, rewrite your story. So, the first thing I want you to do is write down what your old patterns are, these things we just talked about, how you talk about money, what your beliefs are about money, what your mother told you about money, how you feel about money. So I'll give you an example. Your old pattern, we're going to call these old patterns now, even though you might have used them today. Your old pattern might sound something like this: I work hard, but it never seems to be enough. Or I'm good at earning money, but I'm not good at keeping money. Or wanting more makes me greedy.
Bing, 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 bing. That's mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Makes you greedy. Okay. So again, we're not going to go into the reason why you can have, be, and do everything you want in your life. That's the way Source built us. We're not going to go into that today. We're just going to keep on going. But those are, I want you to write down your old patterns, the way you feel about money today.
Okay.
Okay. But then I want you to, if you can, and this can be hard. So if you need some help, feel free to DM us. I want you to write the news story. How could you write that? That's a little lighter. And I'll give you an example. I am deeply supported by money. It loves being around me. Okay. Or
Mm-hmm.
every dollar I receive is a vote of confidence from the universe. And there's more where that came from. That's my favorite one. There's more where that came from. Or money flows to me because I'm aligned, I'm open, I'm ready, and I deserve it.
I really like that one.
Okay. So some of these you might, they might land and then they might not. Write it until it feels good to you. But please spend some time and write it. Okay?
Okay.
And then what I suggest you do, and again, if you need some help, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I want you to write yourself a little affirmation cue card, I call it. A little cue card that you keep in front of you that helps you reprogram your mind. So, for example, I, I wrote here, I'm the kind of person who is always supported financially. Money flows in faster than I can spend it, and I receive it with joy. I give with trust. I live in overflow. Okay. So,
Wow.
right, whatever floats your boat, but make sure it is in the present, it's positive, and it's full of opportunity.
So
Make
we're
sense?
really, really trusting and feeling the feels of trusting that.
Yes. Just play along. And if you want us to read your cue card, just submit it to us. Sharon will give you all the details at the end of how to do that. Just submit it to us. We're happy to help. Okay.
Great.
So that's step number one. You need to rewrite the story, what the old pattern was, and then what your new story is. Step number two is what I call emotional blueprinting. So the idea here is that you don't attract money from needing it. You attract money from feeling like someone who already has it. Okay? I'll give you an example. Remember we talked initially about, how do I approach this podcast? Well, you know what I did? I felt the way I think someone like Mel Robbins feels today after hundreds of episodes. I feel that today. Like I have as much breadth and as much depth and as much history as she does. And I don't, but I feel that way. So here's what we're going to do. Try to do this every day. I want you to feel the calm confidence when you check your bank account. This one's tricky. Here comes Mrs. Practicality, right? Just feel confident. Who cares what it looks like right now? It can change in a second. Okay? Feel confidence when you check your bank account. I want you to start to feel an ease around expecting more to come. I want you to try and feel what it would feel like to be proud of being well paid. Again, you just mentioned sometimes it's tough to accept a lot of money when you love what you do. I want you to feel pride around that. And if you can, start to feel a lightness when paying for something with zero guilt. Okay?
Ooh, oof,
Yeah,
oof.
that's a big one. So let's just say you really want something and it's a little more expensive than you would probably pay for something. If you can't go into that store and buy it without guilt, do not buy it. I don't care what it is. Please listen to me on this. If you can't go into a store and buy something without feeling guilty or unworthy or some kind of negative emotion around it, do not buy it because you will attract more of that shame, guilt, unworthy feeling, which then just manifests the bad stuff.
I think you've just hit on something super interesting with that one. Because what I'm hearing, we had in our previous episode the chat of shopping till you drop and that concern around it. But sometimes I think perhaps when people are doing that type of shopping, it's to assuage themselves or feel less discomfort or upset in their life. And it's sort of like, you know, eating too much ice cream or, that kind of thing. The shopping becomes that. But now what you're saying is to buy something without feeling the guilt. That looks very different.
Yeah, and I mean, this took me a long time to wrap my head around it because I am surrounded in a couple of circles by people that love designer goods. They love them, they love them, they look forward to them, they aspire to them. And it's not that I don't love them. Don't get me wrong. I love them, but I can't walk into those stores even if I have the money to buy them right now. And I don't know why that is. And so for me, that's a huge pointer to me to not buy when I don't feel good about it. I can go
Yeah.
to other stores and feel good about my purchases, but I can't always go into high priced designer stores and feel good about my purchase. That should be a huge trigger for you. If you can't feel good about it, I'm not saying don't spend money. I'm saying go spend your money somewhere where you can feel good, better, or best about it.
Yeah, it sounds like don't go in for the temporary dopamine hit, but go in because it's aligned with what you'd like.
Yes, but even further than that, sometimes I don't even think we feel the dopamine hit. I think we feel the crappiness hit. but we still follow through with it because of a wanting to keep up with the Joneses or a deep desire to have the thing. I'm telling you right now, if your body is screaming at you, this doesn't feel good, but I'm going to buy it anyway, do not buy it.
Got it. Okay,
Okay.
what's the next thing we need to do?
Okay, so that was, starting to feel the emotions of what it would be like to feel a little more free, right? Step number 3 is I want you to clean up the frequency around money. So, watch yourself for these things. Complaining about bills, okay? That's frequency around money again. The energy isn't good. So, watch what you're complaining about. Are you complaining about bills? Are you avoiding looking into your bank account because you don't want to look at that bank balance? Are you saying things like, I can't afford it? Or money's tight right now? Money's not tight. How can money be tight? It's just energy, right? Just start to notice the things that you're saying around money. Are you undercharging? Are you overgiving? Which can be a classic excuse for not feeling good about yourself. So you're giving all the time so that you're seen as being worthy. That's a huge topic we won't dive into, but and
At least
or
not this
not
podcast.
this podcast. Or are you apologizing when you're discussing price? Those are things to watch for. There is energy and frequency around all of those actions and statements. I just want you to make note of them. And then there's a daily detox ritual we can do. When a bill or an expense comes your way, now I want you to say, I bless this outflow, or I bless this bill. It allowed me to have electricity or hot water, my Wi Fi. It's given me something in return for my cash, and it returns to me multiplied. It will constantly keep coming to me. So, money doesn't like chasing people. Make it feel welcome. Think about the guy or the boyfriend that chased you that became so unappealing because they were constantly chasing you. You want to feel that there's a peace around money, around relationship, around love. Make it feel welcome. Okay.
Okay. All right, that's 3 steps so far. What's step number 4?
Step number 4, everybody will love because now you actually get to do something.
Okay.
Before it was visualizing or taking note or rehearsing in your mind, but now we get to do something. So step 4 is called inspired micro actions. So I want you to try one of these this week. You are going to actually do something to make your situation better. I want you to raise your prices, even if ever so slightly. Like if you're charging $9,999, I want you to go up to $10,002. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, so that's number 1. Raise your prices slightly if you're in business for yourself. If you're not, I want you to spend some money with intention, not fear. I want you to go out and say to yourself, I want to buy this thing because of such and such, and I'm not going to be fearful about it because I know there's lots more where this came from. Okay. Or
Fair.
again, back to entrepreneurship. If you are in business, I want you to follow up on a lead or a client that you have been avoiding. This is a good one. My boyfriend always says, they're ghosting me. They're ghosting me. Are they ghosting you? Why don't you pick up the phone like a mature adult and call them and say, hey, where are you at with your decision? I'm just teasing, but let's follow up on a lead or a client that you've been avoiding. That's another good one. Or
Okay.
get organized. Organize those finances as an act of love, not dread. Get organized, understand what you owe, when you owe it. I'm not saying pay it yet, just get organized. Okay.
This
Or
one makes me happy.
I know it does. That one was for you.
Thank you.
Um, or another inspired micro action is open a new account and call it Overflow. Okay. More than I need. It's fine to have savings, but don't look at it as you said, in case I need it. Call it overflow, call it abundance, call it hallelujah. I don't care what you call it, but even just put $11 in it, or even better, put in $111 in it, 111. Start the vibe of feeling I have more than I need. It's amazing. I have an abundance, okay?
Okay.
And a mini mantra for those action days. I want you to say this to yourself or write it down, say it in your head. Every move I make multiplies my money. I am trusted with more.
Got it. Whew. Okay. That's a lot to do in step 4. How
Mhm.
about step 5? What do we need to do next?
So, step 5 is let go of the how. This is
Well,
hard for you.
yeah,
Yeah,
this is
this is
hard
hard for
for
you
me.
guys because you want to get your fans in there and you want to sell more, be more, do more, muscle more, hustle, hustle, hustle. No. Money can find you in 1,000 ways that you haven't even thought of or dreamed about yet. So you need to trust this. And here's the reminder: your only job this week is to stay in alignment and openness. Some people don't know what alignment means. I literally want you to sit on your chair, open your arms up, look at the sky, and kind of sigh. Be open to what's out there for you. Be open. Let the universe surprise you and stay consistent in your belief and be flexible as to how it can come in. So, here's a little affirmation just to kind of wrap this up. This is your let go affirmation. Okay. I want you to say this to yourself. Write it down, put it in your wallet, put it on the mirror. I don't care. I don't chase money. I align with it. I am open to it. Some people will like the I am open to it more than the aligned part because I find that to be a real kind of buzzword. I don't chase money. I am open to it. I don't force. It just flows. I don't beg. I become. In other words, I become the magnet for it. And the magnet for money is peace and safety and openness and allowing. You can hear it in my voice, right? It's like, come, money, come to me. Okay? So, you know, speak about money like it's already here. Feel now how you think you would feel when it arrives, because let's face it, the money, whether it comes now or not, there's nothing stopping you from feeling abundant and joyful and happy right now. Move like someone does who's wealthy. Watch your wealthy friends. How do they move? How do they pick up the bill? You don't need to be at a fancy restaurant to pick up the bill. Pick up your next friend's coffee and notice how that makes you feel. And expect the proof to show up. Give it a shot.
Okay, well, that's a heck of a lot for us to work on. I'm going to still sit in a little bit of the skeptic here, but I'm open to the possibility and the trying of it. At the end of the day, got nothing to lose, of course, and that's the whole point of this, is that trying it and being open to something new is a heck of a lot of fun. So, what are the side effects we might find, Jennifer?
Side effects might include unexpected checks, new clients, raised standards, wild abundance, and a little bit of magic.
Thanks for that prescription, Jen. Really appreciate it. It helps me in terms of what's the user manual for all of this manifestation work. We'll make our way through it little by little. And if anyone's got any DMs they want to send us, messages, reports on how things are going, big old lottery wins or not so big lottery wins, but something unexpected and joyful that happens, we want to hear from you. You can reach out to us at info@truthanddare.ca, or you can send us a text. It's the message is just at the top of the description of this podcast. And until next week, thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to your thoughts and contributions. Thanks, Jennifer.
Take care, everybody.